Okay, so hello friends. Today we will discuss the package of multi-dimensional array, and that is the NumPy. We will discuss some function of the NumPy. Okay, so let's begin. There are lots of attributes, lots of functions, lots of methods of NumPy package, and let's start with the NumPy. What is NumPy? NumPy is a multi package for the multi-dimensional array, and mostly it is used for numbers. It is used with number. When you are working with the data which is a numerical data, then the NumPy is being used. And whenever you are working with the data which is a not a number, which is not numerical, non-numerical number, then most of the case pandas is used. Pandas is the another package, and that is also for the data handling. We will discuss that later, but let's start today with the NumPy. NumPy is the package for the multidimensional array. We will use it with the numerical data. Okay, to use NumPy you have to import the NumPy package by writing like import NumPy is np. Okay, so we are importing NumPy as a np because we don't want to write the NumPy whole 5 letters every time. So we are importing it as a np. So let's import the NumPy. We imported the NumPy. Okay, great. Let me reload this. So output will be no, still there are. Okay, it will be good. Okay, we render now. In NumPy, uh, we took one list. Okay, we took one list with name the simple underscore list, and then here is the declaration of list. Now to declare NumPy array, we have to write like np dot array, then in bracket our list, or we can also write like this. Suppose Control X. Okay, it is for now. Then we will run this, and as a output array will be displayed. So this is basic how we will declare the array using the NumPy. After that, second example is like that, which I will show you just now. Okay, you can also take the array within array in NumPy. So this is like it's like a two-dimensional array. Okay, this is a one-dimensional array, 1D array. This is the two-dimensional 2D array. uh, what we did actually, first we created one array, then we created the first row, then we created the second row, then we created the third row. So this array have a two dimension, like it have a number of some number of rows and some number of column. Okay, so we declared like this. We will run this. Okay, and then np.array lists of lists, and the two-dimensional array will be displayed. Now we are this is about just what how to display the NumPy array. Let's start with some the functionality of this NumPy array. Suppose here I'm writing first function is a NumPy, I mean np.arrange. What this function will do, you have to give two arguments in this. Not actually do, you can give three also, but let's keep it two for now. In round brackets, the first argument is the starting point, second argument is stopping point, and the third argument we'll discuss about that later. The first is starting, third is stopping point. Okay, and when you will run these, the output will be like this, like starting point the 5, then the stopping point is 10. So before 10 the array will be ended. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numerics are our output. Then 5 to 9 are given as our output. Suppose I am taking 1 here, then what will be output? That will be 1 to 9. Okay, so here is the 1 to 9 is our output. So this is how our arrange function will work. Suppose I am taking 20 here. Okay, so 1 to 19 is our output, but suppose I want to print the 1 to 20, then I have to take 1 to 21. So 1 to 20 is our output. Huh. Just like the above example, here I taken the 1 to 100 and printed the 1 to 99. Okay, you can take 1 to 1000 also. Okay, just like that. Okay, now let's come to the third argument. The first argument is the starting point, second argument is the stopping point, and third argument is the step. Number of step, yes. So by default, the value of the step is the one. So, but if you don't want to use the step as a one, then you can give a step value by writing manually. Like, for example, 5. The starting is from 1, stopping is 31. So, value will be stop. Will the last value will going to print is 30. But I given one step value, that means after this much step the value will be printed. Like suppose I given 5, the first value will be printed the starting point, that means 1. Then after leaving the 5 digit, the sixth value will be printed, that means 6. Okay, then again after leaving the 5 digit, 11 will be printed. Then again after the 5 digit, 16 will be printed. At the gap of the 5, all values of between this range will be printed. Suppose for an example, I am giving the value as a 2. So 1, 3, 5, 7. That means all the odd numbers between 1 to 30 are printed. Okay. Suppose I'm taking the step value as a 3, then 1, 4, 7, 9. So this is a step. First is a start, then stopping point, then step value. If you are giving the only single argument, that means it will be considered as a stop point. Okay. For an example, it will by default consider the start value as 0, and the stop value you given here, and the step value is also the by default taken as a 1. That means the value will be started from 0 and ended to 4. For an example, you can take 9 here. So 0 to 9 will be printed just like the list. Nothing any different thing from the list. You can print some series like from the 0 to minus 10 with negative steps, so it will print the numbers in the reverse direction, like 0, then minus 2, then minus 4, then minus 6, then minus 8. You can also print from minus 10, that in starting point and ending point is 10. So minus 10 to 10. Okay, not actually 10, minus 10 to 9, because stopping point is considered uh, plus 1. Like now next one is, let's run this. If you are taking the stopping point as a negative value, what happened here, let me explain. The empty array is printed. Now you have only given one argument. Whenever you are given the one argument only, that will be considered as a stopping point. That means that you have given the stopping point as a minus 10 or a minus 10. That means negative value. Whenever you are giving the only one argument, that is a stopping point. And stopping point is taken as a negative value, and by default the starting point will be 0. So step is by default 1 and starting is by default 0. So now according to the by default settle the step value, that is 1. the value will be printed by increasing the one digit, like 0, then 1, then 2. But the stopping value is already lesser than the starting point, by default starting point, that is 0. That means there are no any value going to be printed. That's why an empty array is printed here. Okay, let's come to the next. That is the beautiful things, np dot once. In bracket you have to give one argument in bracket, where 2 and 5 number of rows, number of columns. What it do actually, it prints the number of ones, like you are observing here. Whenever I am typing the ones, then 2, this is the number of row, this is the number of column. So what it does actually, it prints the uh, two rows of one number, one decimal point. Then I mean, zero is not displayed here, but one decimal zero, it is actually one decimal zero. Then one two rows of the digit 1, and 5 columns of digit 1. Then 2d array of 2 cross 5 is going to be printed. But if you want to only the integer, then you have to give another argument by separating the comma, and which is integer, like I am taking here is 5. Then what will be happen, the integer array of value where all the elements value is 1 of 5 cross 5 array will be printed. Okay, line space we are not considering the for now. We will consider the last one thing, because or else the video will be too long. So we will discuss this function later on. Yeah, np.I. What this function will do? Uh, this function will print an array, like unitary. Okay. Let me check the unitary array. Unitary array. Actually, I forgot the English name, and that's my problem. Okay, unitary example. Apology for that. Let's go images, unitary example. Uh, okay, unitary नहीं, eigen array नहीं. What was the name of this array in English? Okay, battery is low. We have to end very quick. Sorry. Yeah, unit matrix. So what will be printed? It this function will going to print the unit matrix of 10 cross 10. Okay, if I am giving the argument 1. Okay, yeah, 1, then unit array of 1 cross 1 will be printed. I'm giving argument as a 5, then 5 cross 5 printed. Yeah, if I am giving the second argument of integer, then this decimal points will be should be removed. Okay, this argument will not work in this function. So it will give the unit matrix. Okay. There are some more functions like numpy.random, and it considers the random values in the given from the given range. Then some reshape. Then again some the functions of the array. But for this video, we will keep uh, keep it for here, and I also have to find my charger. So let's end this session for very short. Thank you for watching. And if you have any doubt or any query, then please contact me below. I will try my best to solve your query or doubt. And this video is specially recorded for one special purpose. So that's why I keep it for a very short and not described in too much detail. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.